distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT time. PGT time. Tune in on PGT time. PGT time. Come join us on PGT time. PGT time. Join us on PGT time. PGT time. Yeah.
Hey, let me fix my mic. I knew it was gonna be sounding crazy. There we go. What's up, y'all? What's up? What it do? What it do? What it do? And it still ain't right. Let's see if I can fix it. Y'all know I gotta make sure I hear myself good. There, that's better. I know y'all saw my quick little live that I did. I did do a quick little live. Shout out to my purple friend, Yokita. I hope I said it right. She got me this shirt. She was on for an interview, and she brought me one for PGT time. Boss, and it says built on solid standards, baby. So shout out to Yokita. I hope I said it right. But all I know is she love purple. Okay, she love purple. So y'all, let's get started. Hey Carmen, I see you in the building. I see you in the building, Carmen. But let's go ahead and get started, y'all. I woke up this morning to total chaos on social media. I was like, dang, did he get out? Did he walk out the jail? Like, what is going on social media? And to my non surprise, some stuff went down in Chicago. The shot. And y'all know at the beginning, I was always covering Chicago. I mean, I remember my mama called me and was like, Tania, because you know that's what she called me. Please stop covering Chicago. Find another city to cover. And I'm like, my mama, there's so much stuff always happening in Chicago. So that's how I started really opening up to even more and more states and cities. But this was so heartbreaking to me, y'all. 14 people were injured. 4 people was taken on the body and murdered. Um, Black car pull up and get the busing. Now, it was an album release party. Okay. Y'all know I try to break it down to y'all. It was an album release party for Mello Buckzz. Okay. I ain't even finna say shout out to Mello Buckzz. I don't want to right now. But this is Mello Buckzz. She's absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Cute little chocolate thing. This is Mello Buckzz. This young lady had an album release party, y'all. Invited all her friends. Of course, it's going to be more females there than men because she's a female artist. So I'm sure she invited all her peoples out. All her, it's her again. I bet she invited every last one of her peoples to this album release party. Even I bet some of these, even though these folks was grown, but they're still young adults. I bet you some of these folks' parents is like, no, you don't go. They can't say they can't go, but don't go. But they're like, this is my home girl, this is my girl. I gotta go. I gotta go slide through. Please don't go. But nah, I gotta go. Album release party happened, finished. They come outside, all hell break loose. They probably out there kicking it, having a good time, talking to their peoples. I'm sure a lot of them knew each other probably. That's what it kind of sound like. But let me tell y'all something. I'm finna show y'all a picture of little Miss Mello Buckzz. Y'all gonna keep putting stuff in the atmosphere. Y'all gonna keep talking about this negativity stuff, putting it out there. Speak positive. Put nothing but positive stuff in the atmosphere so that it can follow you. Okay? Because when you put that negative shit out there, explicit language, and also allegedly, we already know that's how we roll over here on PG Time. Allegedly and explicit language. But when that y'all put that negative stuff out there, it's gonna follow you. Now I'm gonna show y'all this picture of this young lady. And when I saw this, there's only one thing that stuck out to me. Demon time. Demon time. It don't say demon time on June 1st, 2026. It don't say demon time at 5 o'clock p.m. on June 1st, 2025. It just say demon time. So what does that tell me? Demon time is gonna happen to your ass at some given moment because you putting it out there. I remember when demon time first started, baby. Them OnlyFans folks was going crazy using it. Do you hear me? That to me, that's when it first started. Like people was talking about, oh, we on demon time. This was like during the pandemic when I started hearing about demon time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then Beyonce started saying it. I'm like, okay, well maybe this is a new saying for us to start using. And then I started seeing the little purple emoji, look like a demon. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not finna be saying no demon time. Just the word demon time, just to hear people say it, these young youth, these YNs as they call them, just to hear them say it, it just makes me nervous. It makes my nerves bad. Okay? So let's go ahead. Let's get into some of these clips, y'all. Again, sad situation. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the young ladies. What's the child name? Mello Buckzz is still alive. Mello Buckzz is still alive. Y'all, my Facebook, my messenger is acting so crazy right now. I don't know what the problem is. They know I'm finna go live. That's what it is. They know I'm finna go live. So now I'm gonna have to play a lot of this stuff off of YouTube. Yeah, everybody talking about this. Everybody. Like, this is a disgrace. And like I said, I got some footage that I'm about to show y'all that's gonna blow y'all minds. And what I talk about when I talk about putting stuff out there in the atmosphere. Speaking on things. Your lifestyle. These young ladies trying to be gangster. Young ladies trying to make sure that they part of the hood. Baby. Sometimes I want to do, they want to get out the hood. And I know some do and just can't. But there are some that can and still insist on being a part of the hood. Insist on hanging with people from the hood. For what? They trying to get out the hood. Just like you was trying to do. I tell you, this stuff bothers me. I'm telling y'all, if y'all can see my messenger right now, it's like, nah, Miss Peach, you trying to do some things. I tell you, it does me like that a lot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can find it on YouTube. Y'all know I'm speaking the truth. Y'all know I'm speaking the truth. Like, When I tell y'all this was so senseless, senseless. But then again, when you live by them streets, you know what's bound to happen. You know what's bound to happen. Let's look at this one, y'all. Let's look. Hopefully, this. I'm gonna show y'all this one instead. The cell phone footage. Someone had a cell phone out there. But trust me, I got some more good clips for y'all. I ain't gonna have y'all on here long because I have a meeting that I have to attend. So let me show y'all this. I'm hoping and praying that my messenger start working. Here we go.
This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
This just happened last night, y'all.
18 people are shot in a drive-by in River North overnight. 4 of them died. Many of the wounded are in critical condition. Good morning. I'm Ben Bradley in for Patrick Elwood.
And I'm Dina Bair. Thank you for joining us. Eric Rung has the latest on this developing story. Eric?
Well, good morning. Right now, Chicago police do not have anyone in custody. This shooting happened around 11:30 last night, just as a restaurant and lounge was closing for the night. So there was a very large group of people out here on the sidewalk when the shots were fired. Cell phone video captures the moments just after the mass shooting that left 14 people injured, some critically, and 2 men and 2 women dead. One of the victims is 26-year-old Taylor Walker, who was identified by family early this morning. The 3 others killed have not been identified.
Absolute chaos, from people screaming to blood on the streets to people laying on the streets.
The crowd outside Artist Restaurant and Lounge had gathered for an RSVP record release party for Chicago rapper Mello Buckzz. An employee at the lounge tells me they were in the process of closing and getting everyone out when police say a car pulled up and 1 or more people got out and started shooting.
At around like 11:20, that's when I heard a lot of ruckus. Like it literally sounded like a stampede of people coming downstairs.
Next to the club is a Dunkin' Donuts that had a front window shot out. In some cases, police didn't wait for ambulances to arrive and drove the victims to area hospitals themselves.
It was a chaotic scene up here last night.
Roger Tanner was in a cab at Chicago and Franklin moments after the shots were fired. The victims ranged in age from their early 20s to early 30s.
I noticed the police officers were running to the ambulance, and he had the young lady on his shoulder trying to get her some help. And I mean, she was bleeding and stuff.
The restaurant and lounge just opened a couple of months ago with the mission, it says, to provide a safe space for Black, brown, queer, and allied communities. It did release a statement here this morning saying that they are cooperating with police and the hearts are with the victims. We're live in River North. I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
All right, y'all. That was just one of the clips that I'm about to show y'all. Again, that was just one. Like, this really got ugly. But before I get into the other clips, some more news broadcasting clips, I want to play y'all something. This is Mello Buckzz. Shout out to Seti Nash. He is covering this just as well. So I want y'all to see this.
And he really got it going.
Disrespecting she was doing. It's like, all right, little baby.
I feel like, to be honest, all these other hoes ain't even really got shit going on. Like, me and this girl really just paved the way for this gang banging bitch type of rapper type shit. Where is you from? What the fuck is you? Like, where did you come from? What is your hood called? Like, I feel like we paved the way, but I don't like how everybody trying to ride the wave. Like, there's a lot of pretty girls. I feel like you should just be pretty. This shit ain't cute. This shit not even to be cute or nothing like that. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of shit that really come with this shit.
So do you feel like if you was out and like the wrong people seeing you, they'd try something with you?
Hell yeah. It's me. I'm a head just as well as all the other niggas from my shit. I'm a head just like everybody else. Just because I'm a girl don't mean nothing. So it's like, hell yeah.
Turn up for your mama, what? She got hit all in her pussy, what? Turn up for your mama, bitch. Fuck. Shit. It is.
That was Mello Buckzz, by the way. But it's more. It's more. It's more. I'll show you this.
Granny, watch the car you sitting in. We might in this a mismatch. These hoes ain't really friends. These hoes don't click. They Granny, watch the car you sitting in. We might in this a mismatch. These hoes ain't really friends. These hoes don't click. They just be clicked up. I'm running around with my windows tinted.
I'm trying to make sense. I won't be able to. I won't be able to.
Granny, watch the car you sitting in. We might in this a mismatch. These hoes ain't really friends. These hoes don't click. They just be clicked up. I'm running around with my windows tinted.
Hey, drink up! It's the crime scene. Take me to crime. Okay, but this is our party. This is literally our party. Why?
You good, bro?
The only struggle for me was the streets, like, you know what I'm saying, and staying the out of them. Like, that was the only thing for me. I was addicted to the streets. Like, I was stuck to the streets. I always wanted to go outside. I always wanted to hang around my brothers. I always wanted to hang around. I always wanted to do what they was doing. That was.
Be careful. Be very careful. When you act like a gangster, and when it's time to get gangster, gangsterism gonna show up to you. Let's go.
You want to try to make sense of this stuff? You want to say it's the environment that we grew up in and, you know, things happen. Let me show y'all this video. Let me show y'all this video. We can go on and on and on and on and on, y'all, with these videos, okay? Let's make that clear. We go on and on. It's so much footage out here with this ignorance.
Different scene here outside the emergency room compared to early this morning and even overnight, moments after that shooting happened, where, as you can imagine, people with a range of emotions arrived here. A large crowd had gathered, some of them waiting to hear updates on their loved ones, and others physically breaking down after hearing about those fatalities.
We got a female shot multiple times in the leg. We're going to transport her to the hospital. We're not waiting for an answer.
It was all hands on deck as first responders made multiple calls to transport victims to area hospitals given the magnitude of the situation.
Transporting one of the gunshot victims to Northwest Memorial Hospital.
Shortly after the shooting happened, around 11:30 Wednesday night, people began arriving at Northwestern Hospital, where 9 of the 18 victims were treated. Outside, people waited after receiving a phone call that their loved one had been injured, and some became physically distraught after learning about the fatalities. Family members have identified Taylor Walker as one of the 4 people who lost their lives. She's described as a loving person with a kind heart who was a hairstylist in the city's South Side. The 26-year-old was at Wednesday's event with her girlfriend who survived after being shot in the leg. The family says Walker is one of 5 siblings, 2 of which have passed away in recent years. A 24-year-old male, a 25-year-old male, and a 27-year-old female are among the deceased, according to police. Of the remaining victims, 5 were taken to Stroger Hospital, 2 to Mount Sinai, and 2 to Illinois Masonic. Now, people we spoke with early this morning, they were too distraught to talk on camera, but they did kind of paint the scene of just how chaotic and hectic things got out here. So much so that scanner audio confirms Chicago police were called for crowd control. Of course, we're going to continue to monitor these updates and bring you the latest, both on air and online. For now, reporting live outside of Northwestern Memorial Hospital, Christine Flores, WGN News.
Demon time. Demon time. My messenger's back working now. So let me show y'all some of these clips that I found this morning. There's so many of them, I really don't know which one to start with. Like, this is sad. This is a young lady, gangster young lady, who decided to invite people into her gangster world. People that ain't even down with that mess. You invited them. And then if you didn't invite them personally, they knew of you and decided to come. Now, should they have not came because they knew possibly that she was on demon time or that demon time was going to erupt at any time? Maybe they should have set this one out. But who knows when stuff like this is going to occur? Who knows? All you know is this girl ain't worth. I really don't want to say she ain't worth shit. But what I do want to say is, young ladies, stop trying to follow behind these YNs. Stop trying to do, what they're doing. Let them be on that limb by themselves. They dying day after day after hour after hour because they don't want to listen. Some of them, innocent bystanders. Don't get me wrong. But it's a lot of them that's in the streets. They mama and daddy on their knees every night praying for them. That the Lord don't take them and the devil will unravel his arms from around them. So young lady, don't help out with it. Y'all heard what this young lady said. Just in case you didn't, let's play this clip one more again.
Granny, watch the car you sitting in. We might in this a mismatch. These hoes ain't really friends. These hoes don't click, they just be clicked up. I'm running around with my windows tinted.
Hey, link up! Why y'all doing this? This is a crime scene. Okay, but this is our party. This is literally our party. Why?
You good, brother?
The only struggle for me was the streets, like, you know what I'm saying? And staying the out of them. Like, that was the only thing for me. I was addicted to the streets. Like, I was stuck to the streets. I always wanted to go outside. I always wanted to hang around my brothers. I always wanted to hang around. I always wanted to do what they was doing. That was.
Be careful. Be very careful. When you act like a gangster, and when it's time to get gangster, gangsterism gonna show up to you. Let's go.
Shout out to City Nash. Also, remember, even though if you was doing stuff 15 years ago, but you was out in these streets 15 years ago, don't think karma is a joke. Stuff will come back on you. It will come back on your kids. It will come back on your mama, your daddy. This karma is real. That's why God is trying to teach us to do the right thing. You just never know how it's going to come back on you. If it comes back on you. It's so much footage out there of this young lady. Like, it's so much footage of her just speaking all this demon stuff. And she surprised? I mean, let me see if I can find it. Here it is right here. These are some of the comments that some of these kids is putting out here that was there. My heart broke into so many pieces right now. This shit unbelievable. Why is this happening to me? I can't believe you, sister. Wow. What a bond to break. My heart's so effing heavy. I love all y'all. Clearly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think this is coming from her. Allegedly. Allegedly. Here's another one. Hold on, I gotta blow this one up. Hold on. Save. I know y'all like, hey, Miss Peach, why you ain't had this together? I'm sorry. Okay. Prayers up. This is from her, allegedly. From Mello. Prayers up for all my sisters. God, please wrap your arm. I forgot something. Okay, now. Prayers up. Prayers up for all my sisters. God, please wrap your arms around every last one of them. We need you. I need you. I'm effed up. Feel like everything just weighing down on me. All I can do is talk to God and pray. You right about that. I don't wish this type of pain on nobody. Damn, my effing crew. I'm just gonna let y'all sit on it. I'm gonna let y'all sit on it. We're finna get into this last clip, y'all. I got a lot of clips on it. But I'm tired. And this is messing with my spirit.
Morning news at 7.
Morning news. We gotta wake up to this mess.
Breaking this morning in River North, a mass shooting outside a nightclub left 4 people dead, more than a dozen others injured.
Eric Rung is following the investigation. He's at the scene now.
Oh no, we seen this one. We seen that one. Hold on. Let me play another one. I was trying to find the one when they was at the hospital. Oh, I think this might be it. Yep. This is the one I want to show y'all. This one they at the hospital. Just sad, the families, wondering. I'm sure they're out there wondering, what happened? Is my baby alive in there? Sad. Here we go.
Felt a different chance. With my parents and brother and sister and their
This is with them outside cleaning the street.
Going down to Michigan.
They said all bodies, nothing but women bodies. Of course, it was the men too, but majority of the women bodies, blood everywhere out on the street. They got to clean the street. Now this is at the hospital. And all these kids do is just go to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to tag
Work
after that.
her ass. Mello Buckzz. Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. Chicago never seemed to amaze me. Do y'all think she had a clue? Did she know anything that was gonna happen? Did she know? Here goes something. Hold on. This ain't that much. Let me see if it'll play. This is just some footage, y'all. Let me remove that. This is just some of the footage. It's on here. Just a little bit. Let me move that down. Bring it up. It's just a little bit.
Look. Yeah.
You can hear the gunshot.
Immediately no. Immediately no. I'm telling you right now, I seen what I needed to see.
Been happening. Look. Yeah. Duck down, duck down. Hey, shoot like motherfucker, duck down.
Immediately no. Immediately no. I'm
You
telling you.
can literally hear. You can literally hear the bullets, y'all. You can hear the bullets going off. Jesus. My heart goes out to this family. All the families. Every last one of them. All right, y'all. Y'all want to see one more video? Let me see. What is this? This is just something. I'll show y'all this. It's 30 seconds.
When I arrived last night, it was absolute chaos. From people screaming to blood on the streets to people laying on the streets, just a massive police presence, just horrific, more than I've ever seen. This is one thing they need to find these people, because if they've done something like this, they're going to do it again. They think it's okay, and in Chicago, it's not okay.
That was 30 seconds, y'all. Hold on, let me see what. Okay. What y'all seeing on the screen right now? Me. Y'all see me. Y'all pray for these families. There's a lot of families affected by last night. Tragedy. 14 people, y'all. 14 people wounded. 4 people killed. Now, I just saw something. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Um, I'm gonna let y'all see this clip. And while y'all looking at this clip, I literally just saw something that said that one of the shooters has been caught. So I want to see if I could go and find it. So I'm gonna show y'all this video, and I'm gonna see if I could go find the other clip right quick. And if not, then we're gonna end the show with this clip.
Coverage for you, starting with our Nate Rogers, who has been live at the scene all morning long. Nate.
That's right, guys. Good morning to the both of you. A big question is what, in fact, led up to this mass shooting here in River North. Was there a prior altercation? Did a fight ensue inside of the establishment? At this hour, it's still unclear what exactly happened. But first, I do want to take you all to some dispatch audio as police called for more first responders when folks arrived.
1831, we have multiple people shot. We need a supervised front team to any this.
All right, 10-4. We need 5 or 6, 5 to 6.
18 people were shot, 4 people killed. The victims' ages range from 21 to 31.
Y'all, I had to pause it. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down. Okay, I'm bringing that down. They are live in Chicago. They are live in Chicago. It's the press conference with the police, Chicago police. They're giving an update, and we finna watch it. Okay, we finna watch it, and after this, we're done. Here we go.
We stand here today.
This is live now.
Certainly frustrated and angered by this senseless and cowardice act of violence. Last night, our city suffered 2 devastating mass shootings. One on the far south side that left 4 victims hospitalized. The other was in River North that took 4 lives, and there are 14 people who are still currently hospitalized. Our hearts are with the families of the victims, and we are praying for full recovery for all of those who were shot. Shootings like these are a tragic reminder of how far we still have to go as a city. Shooting into a crowd of people that's not the best of who we are as a city. It's unacceptable, and we will not stand for that in the city of Chicago. We are frustrated, but we are also grieving. We will not rest until there is full accountability. I'm calling on any Chicagoan who has any information about these mass shootings. I'm calling on anyone who has information to come forward. Come forward to help us find these individuals and bring them to justice. It is going to take all of us to stand together against violence. That is why we say that the job of keeping our city safe is not finished. But furthermore, we are still determined, more determined now than ever, to not allow these events to take us backwards. We cannot allow these types of acts of violence to escalate or be normalized. We are mobilizing now to make sure that this incident does not return and bring about more violence. Our Chicago Police Department is working with the families and victim services are being provided and resources.
Retaliation is a factor in this, you guys. So we gotta keep Chicago up in prayer. It's a must. Retaliation is definitely a factor. 18 in total. Majority out of the 18 are women, young ladies. Retaliation is a factor. We got to keep them prayed up, y'all.
Resources to the families of these victims. Today is certainly a difficult day for our city. We all need to continue to come together and work even harder to stem this senseless violence. I'm grateful to our first responders who showed up the way they always do, as heroes, saving lives and bringing calm to what was a very chaotic event and scene last night. And with that, I'm appreciative of the Superintendent of Police Department, Larry Snelling, and he will speak to you more about these incidents.
Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon. First, let me just start by sending my condolences to the families of the 4 individuals who lost their lives last night and the 14 others who were injured by gunfire. When you have a mass shooting like this, it's always a brutal scene. The first thing I have to do is talk about the response and the response of our officers to that scene, that you can only imagine the level of chaos, rendering life-saving aid to those who were also injured, getting people to hospitals as quickly as possible. The first responders, the fire department that showed up, our paramedics that showed up to help out, to do whatever they could to save those who were injured and bleeding, to get them to the hospital for treatment. You know, last night's shooting, let's call it what it is, it was deplorable and cowardly. You roll up to a location where we have an event going on, multiple people exited that venue. They were standing on the sidewalk when a vehicle pulled up. It was around 11 o'clock last night, and they opened fire on a crowd. They didn't care who was struck.
Nope.
And in a matter of seconds, they were able to shoot 18 people in a matter of seconds.
Wow.
Taking 4 lives. The victims who lost their lives, 4, a 24-year-old male, a 25-year-old male, 26-year-old female, and a 27-year-old female, lost their lives at this senseless shooting. 14 others were injured by gunfire. Now, currently, our detective division is working extremely hard to get to the bottom of this. We as the Chicago Police Department want to make sure that we bring justice to these families, but we also want to make sure that we take individuals who are this violent and this careless off the streets. It's important to all of our residents of Chicago and for anywhere else in this country to remove these types of individuals from the street. Look at how quickly and carelessly 4 lives were snuffed out, with the possibility of a total of 18. We have to do better. We have to hold people accountable. And we, as a society, have to hold people accountable. Wrong is wrong, and when we see it, we need to call it. So we ask anyone who has any information about this shooting, any information about the shooters, you can submit an anonymous tip at cpdtip.com. That's cpdtip.com. It's an anonymous tip that could help our detectives get to the bottom of this. The Office of Victim Services is responding to this shooting currently. They're out talking to the survivors. They're visiting the hospitals. And victim services will be available for not only the victims, but the families of the victims who have been harmed by this particular act. All the services are confidential and free. Anyone in need of crisis counseling and support can contact the Office of Victim Services by phone. The number is 312-745-6340. Again, the number is 312-745-6340, or you can email victimservices@chicagopolice.org. When we talk about gun violence, and this is something that we just talked about recently, it can affect anybody at any given time, innocent bystanders, those who are targeted, those who are not. These careless acts take lives, creates trauma, fear across our city. Keep one thing in mind, this was an isolated incident at that particular location. It was a space that was rented out for this particular event. As we move forward throughout the weekend, we know it's going to be above 90-degree weather throughout the weekend. We have the NASCAR event going on the 4th of July. And we know during this weekend on the 4th of July, every single year, people gather. They get together. We have to do this responsibly. If we see things going on out there that we know has the potential to lead to violence, we need to do everything that we can to report that. Report that to the police. You've heard it before. It sounds like a cliche, but if you see something, say something. It's important. Lives can depend on that. So what I can assure you is that the Chicago Police Department will be out in full force, making sure that we're keeping the city safe and protecting lives from one end of this city to the other. We will be out there to do the work that the Chicago Police Department has been doing to protect people and to keep everyone safe. With that, I'll now turn it over to Deputy Mayor Gary Gatewood.
Good afternoon. As both the mayor and the superintendent have highlighted, the tragic events of last night have shaken our city. It is important to know that the victim services that will be provided, along with the Chicago Police Department, we have activated our incident response protocol. This protocol works with the Chicago Department of Public Health, our partners on the ground who will canvass that area and also canvass the areas of victims throughout the city, because obviously those victims did not live in the area of this tragic incident. So we will canvass the areas of the victims and provide support there. Additionally, we will be extending our hours of some of our street outreach partners so they can add additional support.
They finna find them. They finna find y'all. Now, this person, I really don't want to throw this up here because I've been sitting up here watching, like trying to find it, and I can't find it. I'ma show it. If y'all can find it, please let me know. Send it to me. But I can't find it. I'm looking and looking and looking. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to show y'all this. I'm not even going to hit play. This is what I saw. This is what I saw on somebody else's page. The page that is on is Street Blogs for L. I'm assuming for Life TV. So I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's true. So I'm gonna bring it down. Everything is allegedly over here at PGT time, but that's what I saw. That's what I saw. I did go on CNN, as you can see. I don't know if you can see. You can see up there in the corner. No, you can't see. But I'm on CNN now, and I do not see it. See it in black at the top? CNN over here. But I don't see it. So, if y'all see it, please send it to me. And I'll go ahead and put it out there. But as of now, I can't say that's him. And I can't say that that's not him. I don't know. All I know is I don't see it on CNN on my phone. That was on YouTube. So, all right, y'all. We finna get out of here. I have a meeting that I supposed to been ready for 2 minutes ago. So, here I come, Dr. Smith. Here I come. I love you guys. Again, young ladies, leave these YNs alone. They ain't worth it. They ain't worth it at all. My heart goes out to the family. It really does. All the families. All the families. And just always remember, karma is real. Stuff will come back on you and you just don't know when or where. I'm out of here. Deuces. Soon as I find my outro.
Return, please return. Please return, please return, please return.